Hi everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Candyware. Today I'll be going through basics on working with resin. So first and foremost, I'm going to talk about how I set up my work surface. What I like to do usually is I take an old tile here and I wrap it with some wax paper, and I like to do this because it's an easy way to just pull this off and throw it out when you're done working with it. Now, after that, I'm going to be talking about certain basic things you'd like to use while working with resin. So first, especially when you're new, you want to make sure that you don't get anything on your hands, so I would suggest using rubber gloves. It is a little bit frustrating to get it off your hands, so this is definitely something you want to use. So after that, there's a couple different methods that I like to use while measuring your hardener to your resin. So this is by far one of my favorite measuring tools. Let me see if I can get this in focus here for you guys. So this is just a measuring cup that came with a resin set at one point, and there's different mLs on it. So we've got the 10, 20, and 30 mLs. So what's great about this is I'll just go to the 10 mLs for the resin, and then I'll do 20 for the hardener. So then you have a perfect even amount of your resin. You can also do that with protein powder little spoons. Also, you can get these are specific for resin, and again, these have different increments of cc's and ounces. So I would use one for the resin and one for the hardener. You can also do the same thing by just picking up the shot glasses from the dollar store when you're first working with this. I wouldn't really suggest spending too much money yet, because you want to see if you really like working with resin or not. So after that, you always want to make sure you have popsicle sticks on hand. That's another thing you're definitely going to need. And then here are my hardeners, or the hardener and the resin. So I like to have them in squeezy bottles, and these you can just pick them up. I just picked them up on eBay. And so I did put an H on one and then nothing on the other, because this is the hardener and then this one's the resin. Another thing is, after a while, once your resin gets a little bit older, the hardener definitely goes yellow. So if you are looking to have a perfectly clear piece of resin, definitely open up the container and take a look at the hardener, because if it's already yellow, you may want to get a different company or different, just look at different ones in the store. So that's that. And the last thing I'll be talking about in this 101 video, or two more things, is the different type of molds to use. Now, this one is just a plastic mold I bought on eBay, and then these ones here are the silicone molds. And you can see that I've used these ones quite a fair bit, because you can see the whitening inside of this. And same with these. So why I really like working with the silicone ones, and these are actually meant for baking, and then I just cut them off and then I just use them individually like this, is because resin, pretty much the only thing resin doesn't stick to is the silicone. So that's why I really quite enjoy this. I do find that pushing out the hearts out of these types of molds are a little bit more difficult, and there is spray that you can put in this and wipe off, but I find that ends up leaving a little bit of a white residue on my pieces, so I don't tend to do that. So lastly, I also have a heat gun. Now this Black & Decker model I ended up buying from Home Depot for only $10. Now you can, again, when you're first starting out, maybe you might not want to do this. What you can do is just buy one, or just use a lighter, and it's one of those lighters that has the long stick and you just click it. You can definitely use that too. And lastly, if you want to make your own molds, what I would suggest using, if I have it around, is the Silicone Putty. And silicone putty is great because you can just make them yourself, and I will show you what they look like when you're done. So here's one, and here's a little piece of resin. As you can see, it just comes right off. So these are great and very easy to work with. It takes about 24 hours to cure, but this is an easy way to take an imprint of something that you really quite enjoy and you just want to reuse it over and over again, and it's great. And of course, you're going to need something to mix your resin in. So usually I'll get the white cups from the dollar store, but right now I'm out, so I'm just taking these red cups and then cutting them down so I can use them. And you always want to use two because you always want to mix your resin twice. I thought this was a little ridiculous when I first started, but let me tell you, if you don't do this properly and mix it properly, it doesn't harden. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this first half of Resin 101, and on the next video I'll show you how to mix resin and how to use the different products and techniques that I use doing this. And I will even be showing you how to mix different color pigments into your resin, so I hope you will stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. Please let me know what you think of this video. If you like me teaching things like this to you and you want me to keep going with this type of segment, please let me know, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Bye!